Let me give you another instruction. Witnesses could be wrong, yet still be reliable. Now, I'm not suggesting that any of our biblical witnesses are wrong, but just for sake of argument with your friends who really are skeptics, okay, you think there's something wrong in there? I don't think there is. But even if there was, you couldn't throw it to the curb. We don't allow that in jury trials. Here's another trial from another Dateline case. This is from 1988, maybe. This woman was killed. This man killed her in a Kentucky Fried Chicken in our city. I'll give you a little bit of the preview. I've got some sound here, so get ready in the back if there's some sound that you can run. That thumb up means he's good to go. So here we go.
The mystery was born on the night before Halloween, more than a quarter century ago. A young woman traded shifts with a friend of hers, went to work at a fast food restaurant, never came home again. And for 25 years, her family wondered, who did this thing? Will justice ever be served? Then along came a detective who took a look at the pictures of the crime scene one more time, took a look at the evidence to see, is there anything here that can fit together? The difference between this particular detective and most people in the field was simply this. He had trained as an architect, and some things about the way we train make us see the world in a different way. It also happened to solve the mystery of what happened the night before Halloween.
Halloween. Don't you love Keith Morrison? Crazy. He's crazy. Anyway, yeah, my background, I was an architect before I became a police officer. I came in late. But this helped me a little bit here because I was dealing with this. What he said was so important because the woman who was working that night was not supposed to be working that night. She traded shifts with a coworker who wanted to go on a date. That coworker decided she would work the next day. The coworker for 23 years blamed herself for getting Robin Hoynes murdered because she always felt that was supposed to be her. That morning, she came to work. On a Saturday, she was murdered on a Friday night. On Saturday morning, she came to work, and she saw immediately, and this is her standing talking to, here she is here too. And she saw Robin's car was in the parking lot, and that started to spook her immediately because she realized Robin's car shouldn't be there. Robin should be going home. So she ran to the door, and she opened the door, and she discovered Robin inside. Now, at the trial, this woman's name was Karen. We asked Karen, hey, the doorknob, just tell us, was that thing locked or unlocked? Because it would help us, because we wanted to know, did the person have a key to get in? Did Robin let that person in? This became a critical question. Was the door unlocked when you ran through it to see if Robin was inside? And she couldn't remember. As a matter of fact, she guessed it, and she guessed it wrong. So now I've got her mistaken about the locked door. You think that defense attorney, he tried to eat her up. You can't trust anything Karen is telling you. One of the most important issues is whether the door is unlocked, and she got that wrong. So she's wrong about that detail, but the jury says, please, give me a break. They found her to be reliable, even though she was wrong about the door. Why? Because we instruct jurors. A witness can be mistaken, yet still be reliable. Why? Because you might explain why it is she's mistaken. Look, she was so panicked that she ran through that door. She wasn't thinking about anything from the car to the body because she already knew something was up. And that explained why she was wrong about the door. So we have a jury instruction for this. I'll show it to you. Judges say this all the time. Do not automatically reject testimony just because it's got inconsistencies or conflicts. Consider whether the differences are important or not. People sometimes honestly forget things or make mistakes about what they do remember. Also, two people may witness the same event yet see or hear it differently. This is the Gospels.